The sad truth is, as we get older, we're more likely to hurt ourselves in the gym. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 pieces of advice that I've picked up over the last 30 years of training myself and the last 20 years of training other people that will help you avoid hurting yourself in the gym. Let's be real for a second. These aren't special exercises that are going to guarantee an injury-free life. Now, you could put your back out lifting up your laptop. You could be lifting a weight with perfect technique and still something go wrong. These are 3 bits of advice, practical pieces of advice that have helped my clients tremendously. Right, let's get into it. Number 1, use your brain. Sorry, Mike. Mike's one of my clients. I'm going to throw you under the bus here. Mike is a very intelligent guy, but on this occasion, he wasn't so smart. We've been training together for the last couple of years. His strength has gone through the roof. He's gained lots of muscle. He's lost body fat. He's smashing everything. He wanted to ramp up his training a little bit, so he wanted to do a little bit more cardio. So he added a little bit of cardio after his training session, which is, in theory, is great. But he added 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. May have been and was a little bit too much for Mike because it aggravated, not injured, but aggravated his hip. So he was hobbling around for a couple of days and he had to go see the sports therapist. And he's fine now, but the moral of the story is your margins for injury as you get older, unfortunately, get a little bit smaller. So if you're not training at the moment, then don't hit 3 sessions, 4 sessions a week. Just do a little bit more than you're doing at the minute. If you are training at the moment and you want to add more, just add the smallest amount possible to start with. Don't do what Mike did, sorry Mike. And then just add 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. Use your brain. If you're not currently doing anything, just add the smallest amount. Number 2, look out for red flags. 10 years ago, I probably wouldn't have noticed this or even thought about it. But what I've experienced that maybe a couple of weeks before somebody injures themselves or pulls a muscle or something happens, there's a red flag, and we only know it in retrospect. For example, one of my clients might come to me and go, oh, I'm just feeling a little bit tight, a little bit stiff, or I'm just feeling a little bit run down, or just something feels off on a particular exercise. And 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, sometimes, on occasion, a muscle gets pulled or they hurt themselves. We learn from our mistakes, we learn from our experiences. So if you have that experience where something feels off or the muscles just feel tight or you're just feeling run down, you haven't got an injury, but something's not quite right, let's acknowledge that. It could be that you just need to reduce your training volume. So instead of doing 3 sets, do 2 sets. It could be that you might need to have a couple of days off to allow your body to recover. Reduce the volume, take a particular exercise out, or all 3. Do not ignore those warnings. Number 3, if a particular exercise hurts or aggravates an area of the body that you're not trying to target, might not be a good option for you. For example, the barbell shoulder press for me, I broke my wrist a few years ago, and when I'm trying to press overhead, it aggravates my wrist, it aggravates my shoulder, it aggravates my back, so it's not a great exercise for me. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I've entered a competition called the Athex Games, which has a 10 rep max shoulder press into it. So I've got to somehow incorporate it into my training. This is a good opportunity for me to say to you, if you want to find out a bit more about how I'm training towards the Athex Games, then give my channel a subscribe because I'm documenting the whole process in a new vlog, so check that one out. Right, back to the job in hand here. Similarly, back squats, not great on my knees, not great on my back. So they don't feel great, so I try not to do too many of those. Lunges, on the other hand, I love lunges. I get great stimulus to the legs, so I use them more. So choose exercises that make you feel good. I'm not saying choose exercises that are easy, but exercises that don't aggravate joints and then disregard exercises that do. Right, there you have it. Use your brain, avoid red flags, and avoid exercises that cause aggravation into your joints. While I can't guarantee an injury-free life, these 3 pieces of advice will help reduce the risk. If you find that useful, let me know in the comments below and subscribe to my channel for more practical advice on how to get jacked in your 40s.